want to open them and read them out loud, or you want me to do it?
It's up to you.
I'll let you go ahead and represent it.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Start, okay.
Okay, please rise for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Okay, it's May the 8th, 2026. It's 9 o'clock. Commissioner's Court is now in session. Okay, line item number 2, line item number 3, public testimony. Anybody not on the agenda may appear before the court at this time. Okay, we have an Elaine. We have 3 actually. Elaine Carabano. She's Elaine Carabano. No, I guess she's not here.
You mean Carabinov?
Yeah, right over here. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're good, you're good.
Joy, have a pen. It's busted. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, it's just you can state your name for
My name is Evelyn Karabinoff.
okay, yeah, I almost got it right.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for having me here today. I am here representing the United Corpus Christi Chamber of Commerce. We are excited to continue growing our partnership with Jim Wells County through Lemonade Day Coastal Bend. Lemonade Day is a national youth entrepreneurship program, and here in the Coastal Bend, we've proudly been bringing the program to our communities for the past 14 years. The program teaches youth important life and business skills through the experience of starting and operating their very own business, which is through a lemonade stand. Kids learn about financial literacy, budgeting, customer service, marketing, and of course, how to set goals, all in the hands on a hands-on and engaging way. What makes this program especially meaningful is that it truly takes a community effort. We are incredibly grateful for the support and collaboration we've received here in Jim Wells County. We're proud to partner with the Jim Wells County Rotary, Alice ISD, and Coastal Bend College, who is serving as our city sponsor this year. Their support helps us provide opportunities and resources for the local youth to participate in this entrepreneurship program. This year, we're also really focused on expanding participation throughout the surrounding communities in Jim Wells County. We want students from all across the county to feel included and encouraged to take part in our program. Our hope is to continue growing Lemonade Day here so that even more young people can experience entrepreneurship firsthand and develop skills that will benefit them long after Lemonade Day is over. Our big Lemonade Day event here in Alice will take place on June 27th in front of Coastal Bend College, and we are so excited to see the creativity and enthusiasm that the students bring this year. Thank you all again for your support and for helping us invest in the future of these young entrepreneurs and leaders of our community, and we hope that we see you on the big day on June 27th supporting these young entrepreneurs.
We appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Okay, Sandra Bowen.
You all know who I am, Sandra Bowen. Today I'm on behalf of Jim Wells County Rotary Club. I'm here to represent them and just to bring light to this Lemonade Day. This is a county-wide Lemonade Day. And so I would appreciate it if you commissioners would help us with that and spreading the word to your areas as well. We're partnering up or trying to reach out to and almost there with all the schools in your precincts, Orange Grove, Fremont, Benbold. We even reached out to San Diego. So hopefully this will be a big, great Lemonade Day, but also on, what's the day for the registration that we're doing in the college? June 2nd. We're having a registration day too, so if they can be from 4 to 6, right? 4 to 6. So thank you all for all you do. Appreciate you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Appreciate you being here. Adriana Torres. Please state your name for the record.
My name is Adriana Torres.
You can speak up a little louder also.
Good morning, County Judge, Commissioners, members of Alice, and those watching from home. My name is Adriana Torres, proud daughter of Joseph and Linda Torres. I'm currently a senior at Alice High School, where I have had the opportunity to be involved in several organizations, including the AHS Band Color Guard, Destination Imagination, Student Council, Theater, Upward Bound Trio, and National Honor Society. First, I would like to thank you for your service to our community. Your leadership plays an important role in shaping the future of Jim Wells County and the city of Alice. Your leadership plays an important role in the decisions you make, the voices you use, and the support that you provide makes all the difference in the lives of students, families, and future generations. I'm here today to respectfully ask for your support in helping promote Alice ISD and the many great things that our district has to offer students. Alice ISD is more than a school district. It is a place where students are learning, growing, competing, serving, leading, and preparing for life after graduation. From pre-K through high school, Alice ISD provides students with opportunities to build strong academic skills, communication skills, leadership skills, social skills, and problem-solving skills. Our teachers, administrators, counselors, coaches, and staff work every day to help students succeed, and their dedication is making a difference. Alice ISD is currently rated a B district, and we are working towards achieving that A. This progress reflects the hard work of our students, but it also shows what is possible when a community comes together and believes in its schools. We cannot do this work alone. We need the continued support of our families, local leaders, businesses, organizations, and community members. I'm proud to share that Alice ISD students are achieving many great things. Alice High School is advancing and earning recognitions in things such as Destination Imagination, Skills USA, History and Science Fair, cheer, swim, powerlifting, and many other areas. Our students are not only representing our schools, but they are also representing Alice and Jim Wells County with pride. In addition to academics and competitions, Alice ISD offers students many opportunities in fine arts, athletics, career and technical education, college preparation, leadership organizations, dual credit, and programs that help us prepare students for college, careers, military service, and future success. These opportunities matter because they help students discover who they are, what they're capable of, and how they can contribute to the community. For example, as a product of Alice ISD, I'm proud to announce that I will be graduating from Alice High School on May 29th of this month. During my time at Alice High School, I earned my associate's degree in arts back in December 2025 from Coastal Bend College. I will also earn my associate's degree of science next week on May 14th. Additionally, as a student in the CTE law enforcement program, I was able to earn an industry-based certificate in non-commissioned security, which helped me become CCMR complete. Over the past few years, Alice ISD has pushed students to become CCMR complete to help students become more prepared for life after high school, whether this be going straight to the workforce or holding on to their certificate and maybe working those jobs during college. A strong school district helps build strong community. When students receive a quality education, they become future employers, business owners, leaders, parents, and citizens. A successful Alice ISD benefits all of Jim Wells County because it helps create stronger workforce, attracts opportunities, and gives students like me a reason to come back home one day and give back to the community. That is why I respectfully ask this Commissioner's Court to help us share the good news about Alice ISD. Help us promote our students, our programs, our achievements, and the positive direction of our district. Your voices carry influence, and your support can help remind our community and the great things that are happening in Alice ISD. You may not see me every day, but every decision made in this Commissioner's Court impacts my life and the lives of many other students across our community. We are the future of Alice, and we are grateful for the leaders who believe in us. Thank you for your time, your service, and your continued commitment to students and the families of Alice ISD. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
presentation.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I think that's all we have. Okay, line item number 4, previous minutes. 4.1, discuss, consider,
You want to take a picture of him? Sereno, would you like to bring him up here to take a picture with him, please? Thank you, Mr. Guerrero.
were you nervous or not?
There you go, right there, start him young.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna take one over here real quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Got it, Robert?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yes. I think they want to take another picture. Anyway,
We're partnering with the schools too.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
you're very welcome. Okay. Okay, line item number 4. Previous minutes. 4.1, discuss, consider, take action to approve minutes from previous meetings.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Line item number 5, presentation. 5.1, presentation by a representative of the Vest Network Company regarding their telecommunications services and infrastructure updates.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, just state your name for the.
Evan Huff with Vested Networks, and yeah, I'm the owner and CEO. Yeah, started Vested, gosh, back in 2016 now, went full-time in 2018. And so I've been doing this full-time ever since. There's no backup plan for me, so I'm gonna keep going here. So as he gets this all pulled up, I mean, one of the really cool things that being invested has really allowed me to do is be able to serve people well, right? There's a lot of telecom companies out there, and a lot of them, just there's no, the personal touch really isn't there, right? And making sure that customers actually get taken care of. And so one of the big things that we have here, right, is we're a telephone company that does not keep people waiting on hold, and we're an advocate. That really, really speaks a lot, and you'll see on the next screen that we actually have about 38 counties now in Texas. And there's another piece of this too with the CADs. We're nearing about 100 CADs in Texas as well. So we've really been able to touch a lot of people and be able to serve a lot of the communities here in Texas. I mean, I'm in Denton County, and we're able to serve Denton CAD. Haven't gotten the county yet, but we're Tarrant Appraisal District as well. I mean, that's just 2 right here in my backyard. And so we've been down here as well, got several counties just right around here. And so we're the only telecom company in the nation that I can find with a solid 5-star review and rating across the board. And you can call any one of those stars. Call any one of their commissioners and judges, IT guys, anyone in any of those, and the IT support that goes with them, like third-party IT and stuff like that. And they will all tell you the same thing. So, and this is, again, why we're here, right? Our goal is to be able to serve you guys. No finger pointing, right? No excuses as to why we can't deliver the service, or, hey, no, that's somebody else's problem, or no, we're here. This is what we do, right? And, on the previous screen, if you go back one, You know, our mission and vision here really, they kind of go in hand, right? To change telecommunication industry from the inside out by delivering, high quality, custom tailored voice solutions, right? Integrity and transparency, 5-star customer support. That's unheard of in this industry because we just care. Like, have you ever gone through an experience in your life where it taught you and changed your perspective? And then you go through that, and forever, every single thing that you do is based on that one experience that you've had, right? How you interact with people, how you do different things. I was working with another company doing telecom and had multiple of those experiences before I started Vested. And that continues to be my motivation for every single thing that I do here is just take care of people because the phones are critical, right? You've got to make sure that the phone service stays up. These are people's lives on the other end of these calls, especially when you're serving like the sheriff's office. We serve hospitals and stuff too. Other critical care facilities. And not only that, but even as someone like as simple as like Judy's Flower Shop, right? She's got 2 phones. It's Mother's Day. If those calls can't come through, if those calls can't come through, then she misses out. Like that's something that can actually make or break her year, right? They don't, unless she's got a huge corporate client, right? And getting flowers all the time, that makes or breaks her year. So we got to make sure that we're up and running even for those. So go into the next one. Keep going. So what we try to do with all of our stuff is that everything is included. So we include 90 days of call recording as for all of our customers as part of the solution. That also includes like transcription, AI sentiment analysis, where it can actually score the call and give you some more information there. The mobile app, right? What's really, really cool is like I'm driving down the road this morning, coming here, and I'm actually on the phone taking calls and doing texts and stuff like that from my business line. I have full separation now, which is so cool. Being able to actually have the separation between my personal cell phone and like my personal number, which also doesn't have call recording unless I, manually activate it and turn it on. There's several little features that the cell phone just doesn't give you, and the ability to transfer calls, stuff like that. All those functions and features are built into our system, and they're included. We don't charge you extra for them. It's just all there. And if you ever did, with the sheriff's office, right, we need to keep the calls longer and stuff like that, $10 for a year. So if you want to keep them for 10 years, it's $100. Makes it really simple. And we just try to flatten out all the extra features and usage and service and all the costs and stuff like that. We just include it all. And that way you're not having to wonder if you actually have it or not, right? And you have call reporting. There's some pretty powerful stuff that's in here that we actually give for, any and all of our clients. And they thank us every day for all of this stuff. It's so nice. The other thing that's in here, and you'll notice this on the bottom, so we actually donate $10 for every single phone that we put in. And this is a ministry, Para Peru. Lauren, the lady that runs it, she lives just north of Lima in a little town called Ventanilla. And they do a lot of like food drives and educational events and ministry moments for, the community. And it was actually extremely impactful whenever the Venezuelan refugees came over. And so they were, because of what the funding we were able to do and in there, they were able to take care of thousands of people. And it was so awesome to be able to see that. We've gone down there several times, but that's a ministry that's near and dear to my heart, my wife's heart, and our company. And so that's why we put that here. But we also give back to the local community and different places that we go to as well. So yeah, we love serving people, and that extends beyond just those are our customers and clients and stuff like that too. You go to the next one. So one of the toughest things in this business is that there has been so many people that have done a terrible job of this prior to me getting here, right? So y'all's experiences with other telecom groups, notwithstanding, has been probably not very good. Because again, most of them just don't care, right? It's a service that you provide, Hopefully it works, hopefully it doesn't. It's best efforts at, all that kind of stuff. With us, that's not the case. So one of the most critical points, as with anything, is the way that we actually transition you off the system that you're on now over to our system. So I started this company as a tech, not as a sales guy or as a CEO. I came in as like a guy that actually was on tier 1, tier 2 tech support, tech support desk. And then I was actually in the field for 4 years. So I was doing the installs. I was the guy that was creating processes, doing the stuff and going, hey, how can we make sure we don't miss anything, right? So I brought all of that experience and all of that knowledge and what to do and other things of what not to do, and created this really, really nice process that has allowed us, like we just finished onboarding San Patricio County. Right, neighbor, just right over here. We did their entire, I think it's 20 some odd locations, 400 some odd phones in a week and a half. Everything done. And their IT guy and one of their commissioners called me right after and they said, this is amazing. Like, I cannot believe you guys actually did this. I said, yep, this is what we do. And we're really good at it, and this is why we're here to serve and to take care of you guys. No question, like, that was it. So, yeah, it really, really speaks to our process and how we do things and the excellence that we strive to maintain every single day that we do. So, that's all here. You can go to the next one as well. So again, talking about some of the popular features, and we have the auto call routing, time of day routes and all that kind of stuff that's all there. What's really cool about that is I actually use that for my own, like my user, right? So when someone calls my direct line or calls my extension, I actually have the calls routed differently depending on the time of day. So at 4:30, it actually routes to a little family time thing that I have that actually says, hey, you've reached the desk of Evan Huff. He's actually spending time with his family right now between 4:30 and 7. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you tomorrow, right? And then it goes to after hours at 7, and then goes does other stuff. It just automatically does that for me, and I can change it from my cell phone. I can just go up there and pull up the app and change the routes if I need to, right? So say today I'm working extra late, or I'm doing another presentation somewhere or something like that, I can change those routes depending on what I need to do. It makes it so nice, and I can customize that for me and make sure I don't, I can call the devices that I need to call, and it just makes things so nice. So there's also a web portal that you can log into to be able to see all the logs and see the reporting and all that kind of stuff. You have, again, installation, support, training, all that stuff is taken care of for you as well. And then you also, so each department, and what I've noticed working with as many counties as we have at this point, is you guys don't know what you don't know. This call center stats here, right, the call center reporting, it is really, really helpful. And what we try to do is actually do some training on this during our onboarding and install. Not just, hey, how do you make a call? And how do you receive a call and transfer and stuff like that, which all that's part of it. But actually how to use some of these more advanced reporting features, because it comes in really, really handy, especially interdepartment. So I can know, hey, when someone's calling the clerk's office or they're calling the sheriff's office, what's happening, and how can I see like who's getting the calls, and how wait, all of a sudden at 2 o'clock we normally get this huge spike of calls. Well, I need to make sure we staff correctly. Like it can give you those insights, right? All that stuff's included. Because I thought, why charge extra for something that to me should be baseline? And I mean, there's some other extra feature stuff with like omni-channel call center stuff, but yeah, all the baseline basic call center stuff is all included. So you have all that stuff here. The visual voicemail is also a function, super cool, because you can actually pull that up on your phone or on the app. And it'll has the transcription, has the audio file there, so you can actually listen to it. It'll also email to you. It's so handy. So all that stuff's there. Of course, you can do texting and all that kind of stuff from it too. Go to the next one. So one of the biggest issues that I've found when actually doing an account like this is the cost for actually switching over, right? Because you're talking about anywhere from, depending on the county, right? Swisher County was like 50 to, some odd phones. I mean, they're up in the Panhandle. They're a pretty small county. But even that, like 50 phones, I mean, you're talking, that's $180 a phone times 50. So that can be a pretty significant, and of course, all of our costs to actually do the onboarding, the trip charges, all the different administrative stuff, costs that go along with that. So what I found the ability to do is to onboard all of our counties at 0. So we actually take the hit on the initial onboarding costs. So we actually front the cost for, or actually not even front, we take the hit on all the costs for the equipment, the onboarding, all the administrative trip charges, all that kind of stuff, right? Which can be multiple thousands of dollars. We provide all that to you for nothing, just the monthly service. You're not renting the phones from us. You're not leasing the phones from us. It's actually a really cool partnership with our finance company that allows us to do just an installment payment agreement. And there's no hidden gotchas, there's no interest, there's no any of that kind of stuff. It's just you're paying the monthly service cost. It is so handy, and it's been a really, really cool thing that we've been able to do to be able to provide this for our counties. We just did the same thing at San Patricio. Again, it's one of the last ones we just did. So it's been super, super nice. But again, all the equipment here would be, what you guys can get. And then if there is other pieces of this too, like if there's another phone that we need to do or whatever it is, we'll just include it all. So all that's there. The Yealink or the W864, the wireless headset right there, that's actually not something that's just by default included for everybody, but we can include up to 10%. So like if there's 100 phones, we'll give you 10 of them, right? And then we can also make some exceptions too. But all that's, again, all that's part of it. So if you go to the next one. The other thing that we've noticed here recently, well, I guess within the last 2 years, is the FCC has actually allowed all of the telecom providers that provide all your traditional POTS lines, right, the copper lines that are in the ground, to start abandoning those, right? And so what's happening, we've seen this with several of the CADs and counties, is that a phone line that used to cost $30, $40 a month, right, is now $300, $400, $500 a month. So they're raising the rates, but not actually helping you actually move off of them. And so we've been able to come in and help with that. These POTS line replacement, what's really, really cool here is for like elevator, your emergency lines, right? Your elevators, your fire lines, burglar, the blue light phones you see on some campuses or in parking lots and stuff like that, right? Those are emergency, like critical lines. Up until recently, a lot of those have not been able to actually switch over to like VoIP networks, right? So like internet lines and stuff like that. We now have a solution that is fully certified, vetted. I mean, there's, CAL FIRE's on there. I mean, you have all the different certifications. And it's, completely battery backed up. It's got multiple carrier redundancy. It's super, super cool. And we have the ability to do that as well. So that way you don't have to keep all these old lines. We can transition literally everything over. So it makes it really nice. Go to the next one. So, and the other thing about this is that we serve a lot of hospitals as well. So we have to make sure that, personally identifiable information, all the healthcare records, all that kind of stuff is secure. We do this across our entire network. So any personally identifiable information coming through the sheriff's office or coming through the tax office or any of that kind of stuff, right, that's on the phones or, whether that's faxes or any of that kind of stuff. All of that is secure. So we talk about that here because it really does apply to not just to healthcare, but to other areas as well. Go to the next one. And then faxing. I love faxing. Not so much, but it's still a thing. We still have to make sure it works. And what's really, really neat here is that the fax solution that we use, we've actually taken one of our hospitals that had, I think, 130 fax lines. they had a failure rate on average of about 57%, I think is what it was. We brought it all the way down to 2.3%. Massive, massive win for them. So this, I mean, it's a medical grade fax solution. It is designed to handle the loads. So, and make sure it's accurate every single time. So all that's here. And again, that's part of it as well. The next one. And then the last thing here is our LTE kind of backup network solutions. Now we can do this for multiple things, not just LTE. Starlink is actually now one of the options we have available to us. Starlink is becoming a really, really cool product, and it's extremely, reliable. So we have this, but the LTE solutions allow us to actually put in, network redundancy. So if your internet goes out, it just switches over to this, and your phones and computers can actually stay up and running. So it makes it super, super nice. And, again, one of the cool things about having the system that we do is that you can, your phones aren't physically tied to this location. So say, for example, one of the biggest issues, right, is like weather that comes through, either weather or say you have a fire that, burns up a building, or, whatever it is, you have to evacuate a certain area. What's nice is that our phones are not tied to a physical location. And of course, again, I'm on the mobile apps, right? So I'm roaming around. I was actually in the British Virgin Islands in November. I was on the boat in the middle of the Caribbean, and I'm taking calls and doing stuff. It was so cool. I was like, man, this is great. Like being able to do this. And my wife's like, Evan, get off your phone. So anyway, but it was really, really handy to be able to know I can go anywhere I want to, right? Anywhere I need to be able to conduct business and stay online. I have the ability to do that. So, that's all what we have here, right? Again, our goal and really everything that we do here is to make sure that we take care of you guys. And then it also just allows us to make sure that we have that redundancy for you guys too, right? Since the middle of 2019, so about July of 2019 to today, 25 minutes of outage total. And that wasn't even the system. It was actually a firewall issue that we had at our main facility. So if that speaks to anything about the redundancy and reliability that we have on our system, this is what we're here to do.
Try a week and a half in my
Right.
office.
Right. This is,
I
again,
can't believe it. How do you go a week without?
correct. Right. And what's really fun too is like, say, again, power is a big issue, right? Someone hits a power pole, or, lightning strikes or other stuff like that, takes out transformers. Well, now you're without power in an area, right? Yes, you can have backup, backup generators and stuff like that. Even then, so say the power's out in the area, well, the fiber still has to be powered through something, right? So, you can actually be out in this area for a little bit. What's really nice, most of the time the LTE is still working, right? And our phone system still stays up and running and is able to route calls, either voicemail or, you still have the way to be able to make and take those calls. So, or you can just simply go to another location that has it, and now you're back up and online. So all you have to do is connect to us, and we're up. So again, all that's here, and it just, this is really our guarantee to you guys, is that we take care of our customers. You guys can call us anytime. We take care of it. Like, again, 15, 16-second hold times. It works. So do you all have any questions for me on kind of where we're at on this?
Yes, sir. On this LTE network, like you said, power goes out, so that there communicates with a cell tower nearby?
Yep, correct. Yeah, and that individually is not battery backed up, but it can be. So we can add a battery to that, and that stays up and going. But again, if the power in the building is out, so there's several of these little pieces you have to kind of be aware of, because if the power goes out, well, then what's actually powering up the phones? And so if there's not a battery that's powering up the switch that then powers the phones, or little batteries that can just leave the desk. So there's all these little things, but again, that's why you have the mobile app. My cell phone stays up and going, right? I've got the ability to function there. So all that's, yeah, even when because most of the time the internet will go out first, and that's what that takes care of. So,
All this data is transmitted through, fiber optic cable through like,
really through any source.
Spectrum or internet or?
Yep. And so what makes that nice is that you don't have to stay with one internet provider, right? So, what's been really fun about the Starlink thing, right, is at my house I actually have Spectrum. I just got Starlink because Spectrum was going down pretty consistently. Now my little router actually has 2 connections on it, and so I can plug both of them in, and now I don't ever see an outage because Starlink's there when Spectrum's not, and if Starlink ever goes out, Spectrum's there. They generally don't ever go out at the same time. And so, and even then, there's actually a little LTE thing too that I've got plugged in. So it's got 3 little connections. So I stay up and going a lot more, way more consistently than the other providers are. So, but all that's there.
Anybody else? No more questions?
Yeah. So I know, like, obviously having the presentation, stuff like this, and y'all had, what was it, back in May of last year, I actually tabled the, the RFP and stuff like that. Do we know, like, obviously I'm back presenting, so wanted to check and see where we're at on, moving forward.
I have a question, sir. What's your name?
Kevin?
Kevin? How you deal with carrier, like, for example, Spectrum, AT&T, or other carrier in Jim Wells County? How you work with them? Do you, like, maintain the bill with them, service report? How well are you with them?
So one of the things that we do with a lot of the carriers is that we take care, like, we port the numbers away from the carrier for one, right? So we actually own the numbers. Once we get done here, like, we will actually have control of the numbers and we can send them over any carrier that we need to. The other piece is that if you have like the internet connection that I was talking about, so there's really only 2 pieces that really matter, right? For us, it's making sure that we own the numbers and can control, like, what carrier they're coming in on. And that means, like, there's a whole bunch of, like, back-end business carriers that you guys have never heard of. But all of those actually can control that, and we are actually a carrier ourselves now, so we can actually control that. The other thing is that the internet. So as long as you have good internet, doesn't matter from what, everything works, right? Again, I'm running over LTE on my cell phone. I can also make cellular calls and do all that kind of stuff through the app. It just works. So it doesn't matter to me what carrier, what service I'm on, as long as I can be able to reach my system, I'm up and going.
What about support? Like, you don't have to call the AT&T Spectrum.
You call us.
It's kind of time consuming.
You call us. Just I'll help on the phone. 4357 actually comes straight to our support desk, and then we answer the phone within 15, 16 seconds most of the time. So yeah, on average, it's 15, 16-second hold times. And yeah, our customers love it because you actually get to talk to somebody that speaks Texan, because we're all here located in Texas. And we also have local support techs all over the place as well. So for instance, we actually have a support tech that's actually down there in Raymondville. We also have another one in Corpus Christi. So we have partners all over the place, and actually in Kingsville, we have another one now. So yeah, we're right here in your backyard, and if something were to happen where we actually need to dispatch out, which is rare, then we've got somebody that's here that can. Yep.
Anybody else?
I have another question. So who pays the service fee for the carrier? Like, we pay the internet fee and like,
And then you all pay us for phone service. Yep, that's it. So all that bill and all the service costs that you had previously with other carriers, of the licensing agreements, all that other telecom-related license fees and all that kind of stuff, all that goes away. Or it just simply transitions over to us. So then we give you that flat fee that then stays the same for the entirety of the term. Unless you guys add more phones or stuff like that, right? Add more users. So it makes it really nice for, anyone that pays bills, they know it's the same bill every single month, and it doesn't vary.
Well, I can honestly tell you, sir, that it's interesting. I'd like to get more information on it because I'm in Fremont, and for the last 2 weeks, we've had horrible issues with our phones.
Sure.
We were down for a week, and
Yep.
constantly, I don't know if it's, we can't, I'm not satisfied at all with it, so definitely need to look into it.
Absolutely. And this is why we continue to have been reaching out to you guys ever since, actually since like 2023, because there was like we had initially come down here around that time. And then y'all had gone out for the RFP last year, and then it then got tabled, and like the bids were opened and then it got tabled. So yeah, we're still ready to go. That original bid still stands, and yeah, we just get the green light from you guys. We'll be here because we're installing Cameron County at the end of the month. And we got a few others, like Clayburgh is also going to be installed next month, or like this month. So yeah, we got several.
Thank you for your presentation.
Absolutely. I
Thank you, sir.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, 9.1,
You want to move up? Yeah.
we're gonna move on to line item 9, okay, TIRZ tax increment investment zone. Thank you.
Kevin,
9.1. Discuss, consider, take action on participation by the Jim Wells County in a tax increment investment zone number 3, TIRZ, number 3, Saddle Creek, City of Alice, Texas, including considerations to approve of the first amended project plan, reinvestment zone, finance plan, extension of the zone, terms, and determination of the county level of participation in the tax increment fund prudent to tax code number 311, and authorize the Jim Wells County judge to execute any necessary agreement or documents related thereto. You got anything on that?
Yes, the city of Alice recently amended in terms of this TIRZ, which is Saddle Creek, and they've extended the end date, I believe it was from 2028. They've extended it now to 2040. So for us to continue to participate from the county perspective, we need to amend our interlocal agreement with the city and recognize what they have done and say that we're good with it and we want to continue to participate. So if you approve this today, then we will, or I will write up an amended interlocal agreement with the city, and then the judge can sign off on that. I don't believe there's been any development in that area. I don't know, that would be in your precinct. Is anybody here?
Yeah, in the back.
Okay,
There hasn't been any development on it,
okay.
but the TIRZ has been on the book for 10 years now, or
I think it's longer. It was, yeah, like since maybe 08, 07.
something like that.
And it was to go through what, 2027, 2028?
Yes, sir.
I think it was a 20-year period, and now we're extending it another, what, 12, 13?
12.
Yes, or something like that.
Okay. Is there anything I left out? Because I was getting this information from the city secretary.
Yes, sir. No, basically, that's it. We've already passed it. The city, we're just asking to follow what the city's done and just extend it.
Okay, great.
Too good.
State your name.
That's it?
Can you state your name?
Sure. My name is Vincent Marquez. I'm the president of NRC, and we're the ones who are developing the Saddle Creek TIRZ, trying to bring 42 houses, single family.
Saddle
affordable
Creek's over here by the San Diego Creek.
Duval and,
Goliad,
excuse me?
Goliad?
Goliad, yes, sir. Your district. Your district.
Yeah, yes, sir. Next to the Easterling Apartments there.
Just close
Yeah,
to that, yes,
it's
sir.
right next to the apartments, right?
Close to it, yes, sir. And we plan on building affordable housing. Our price point is going to be about 189,000, 1,250 square feet, 3-2. We're putting in cement curbs and gutters. And so that's good for the community quality of lifestyle, you know. I'm really looking forward to it.
Any questions? I make a motion to approve the items presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Just share this meeting for 5 seconds. This is something that the city has asked us to do at the Natatorium. And we're putting on a 4th of July celebration. The other letter is a letter of support from the mayor. We're looking to bring Jellystone
Okay,
to Alice.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your support. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we go to line item number 6. IT Department, Robert Silva. 6.1, discuss, consider, and take action to enroll the Jim Wells County employees on the Texas DARE Certified Cybersecurity Awareness Training for fiscal year 2025 and 26.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah, good morning, Commissioner. My name is Robert Silva, and I'm from Jim Wells County IT Department. And I'm gonna pass out the schedule for cybersecurity training. I'm going to give you this is a part of the mandatory training that we had to attend every year. And it's really part that we got to learn about cybersecurity awareness training. Basically, I'm going to let you know that it's going to be presented by our cybersecurity company, Port Recon. They're going to send a instructor to come down and give us 40, 50 minutes of training presentation. This day, and I give you all the best available day. You know, I wanted to make sure it avoid conflict with the meeting and the court hearing. So it's going to be at the Sheriff Training Center located at the Old Kingsville Road, the 2310 Old Kingsville Road. And the reason I break it down today, because the room, the training site, it's already can be reserved for 40 people. Okay. Anybody have a question about it?
When's when are you gonna have the deadline for? When is the deadline gonna be towards the end of the year or what? When is the deadline?
Oh, I'm sorry. The deadline?
You wanna have everybody take it by when?
August 21st, the deadline for everybody to take the training. Because on Friday, August 28th, I have to present you the
Okay.
completion report. That was that's been approved, and I can finally submit it to Texas DIR on August 31st.
You have to be at 100% by
Yes, sir.
21st, okay.
It worked out pretty good last year, so I imagine hopefully you can keep doing the same thing this year.
We will. We'll do my best.
Good thing, Robert. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor
made
indicate
a
by
motion?
saying aye.
You didn't read that one?
No, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. I thought you all had
Sorry about
a
that.
motion. There's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay, line item 7, consent agenda. 7.1, consent agenda. Consent agenda items will be voted upon in one vote and will be discussed separately unless, won't be discussed separately unless requested by the county judge or commissioners.
Oh, Judge, Commissioners, yeah, I have approved the budget amendments, and they are allowable transfers with y'all's approval.
Motion to approve items presented.
Second.
Everything's okay, Cindy?
Yes, sir, those are, there's no
Okay,
issues.
there's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Okay, line item 8, right-of-way permit. 8.1, discuss, consider, take action on a request for approval of a right-of-way utility permit application related to the County Road 308 Bridge Replacement Project located in Orange Grove, Jim Wells County, authorizing installation, location, and adjustment of underground and aerial utility within the county right-of-way. Is there somebody representing it?
Yes, this is Garrett Newman with Frontier.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir, that's correct. We're looking to, this is for work on a TxDOT project where they're replacing the bridge. It's on a county road, so we need the county permit to do the work required for this bridge replacement. We're downsizing from 3 cables, placing new poles as close to the right of way as we can get, and putting in a new strand and a new aerial cable to keep service to customers operating off that cable.
Okay, y'all take care of all the traffic control,
Yes, sir. I believe so.
so you'll alert the people before you all start, like with signage and stuff like that?
Yes, sir. I believe that's typical.
How long is the project gonna take? How long will the project take, sir?
There's some variance in that. I can't provide an exact time frame at the moment. Our vendor who's doing the engineering is ADCO. They weren't available to be here today, but it varies depending on permit approval as well as material items being ordered and delivered upon permit approval.
So is the road gonna be closed or anything, or cut through?
I'm not positive at the moment if we would need to shut down a road or not. Our engineering.
And the reason I'm asking is because we just had an incident the other day. I have they're working on one of the bridges in County Road 440, and there was a 911 call, and apparently nobody ever called sheriff's department or let anybody know about the road being closed. And it's actually a 15-mile road, and they went in through one end, and that it needed to be on the other side, and they couldn't cross because the road was closed. So they might want to give a heads up to the sheriff's department or dispatch.
Yes, sir, I understand. I believe that that's a typical process for these permitting is that we take into account traffic control and whether or not a road would need to be closed and whether or not there'd be flaggers involved and all that.
And so did I. It's actually a TxDOT project, and they weren't made aware, so I told
Oh,
dispatch.
okay, wow.
I really thought that they would have notified either Google Maps or somebody that the road's been shut down for the last 8 months.
Yeah, I'll be sure and get with our vendor and ensure that they include that in their permitting.
So the permit's already been paid for? Was there a permit required?
No,
Okay.
that was a question I had asked if there was any fees, because I had spoken with Christina, and she mentioned there was not gonna be any road boring or anything like that, so I didn't know as far as anything else, if there was gonna be fees for whatever else the project entails.
Yeah, well, under the new ordinance that we adopted, they're in the right of way.
Yeah, so there will be a permit required then.
Yeah.
So it's as long as they take care of the bridge, I mean, the
About a
permit.
3 or 4 months project, I think. And I think if you alert the people with their traffic control and signs, they can find a detour. But if we alert them before you start construction, it would be very helpful.
Well, it's a bridge replacement project. So who's a contractor?
ATCO is our vendor for the engineering, and I'm not sure, I don't have it in front of me, who our construction contractor is. Let me see if I can.
Because the
find
ones
that.
that did, the ones on 440, there was 2, and they're, oh my God, they've taken forever, way past their time.
Let me see, I don't.
I don't foresee any problems with it other than, that bridge sure needs to be replacing, and I think we'll deal with it. And as long as you all have the traffic control in place and alert the people, that's all that we can ask for.
Yes, sir. We can do that.
Okay, there,
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it. There's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Okay, line item number 10. Grant Administrator Norma Salas, 10.1, discuss, consider, take action on bids received for the Jim Wells County USDA Rural Business Development Grant funded by USDA for the Business Enterprise Project at the Jim Wells County Resource Center. Will be read out loud and recorded for review and analyzed by the, to be considered by the county, county appointed committee.
Good morning, commissioners and everyone. My name is Norma Salas.
Right.
I am the grant administrator. We received 2 bids. We went out for the RFQs and we received 2 bids. And we'll be opening them up and reading out loud the bids. Then turn it over to our committee to have them evaluated and scored. The first bid that we received is McCann Geotech and CMT. They're from Ingleside, Texas. Mr. Garcia, you want to open them or?
Yeah, go ahead and open it and I can, you got it? There has to be a price here somewhere.
Yeah.
Did it call for a price quote? Because an RFQ, generally you don't.
Qualification?
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, okay, maybe it doesn't have a price. No, it probably doesn't. You're correct. Mr. Garcia, there shouldn't be a price.
Not gonna be one, but it's
Just the-
qualifications only.
It's
It's
qualification.
just qualification.
Applications, you don't have,
You don't have a number.
so,
It's not a bid.
okay, so, there's a.
What it is, a bid, but it's just.
Okay, so they'll, both of these will be reviewed by the committee. So this one's got the same thing, you know.
Just want to mention the second one, the name.
The second company that we received the information from is International Consulting Engineer from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Okay, well, we have both of them, and we'll just hand it over to the committee.
Motion to approve item as presented.
I know that some of your committee members will not be available, or is that what it?
I corresponded to all of them. There's one that will be out due to medical, but we do have another elected official that's going to take
Okay.
place.
Okay, so you,
Does that need to get approved through Commissioner's Court, Mike?
What are you doing now?
There's one person that's gonna be out in the committee. So,
Because of a conflict or?
for
health.
medical, Mr. Bettis.
So, how many members do we have?
We have, it's four. It's Mr. Reese, Mr.
You can still do the job with the three that are left,
Yes.
right?
And then the elected official, which that would be Mr. Bettis, that would be out. So, I had asked Mr. Dominguez if he could sit in for Mr. Bettis to just be present
But,
because it's a
That should be
USDA.
brought up to Commissioner's Court or for approval, or do we have a backup plan, or?
We don't, because when we appoint annually, correct?
Correct, and there was,
The committee stands for the whole year, right? So at this point, this needs to be addressed, and we really can't wait for until Mr. Pettis comes back, correct?
correct.
So do you want to, and that's really your all's discretion, do you want to proceed with the remaining members only, or do you want to appoint?
Which they can, right?
Which they can,
Okay.
or you can appoint a temporary substitute for Mr. Pettis. Your choice.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and accept the bidding to take it to committee and just leave the members.
Do you have
what
anybody in mind for as far as an official?
Why, I had spoken to Mr. Dominguez, our treasurer, to
Well, I'll make
sit.
a motion that we put
already-
Mr. Dominguez in there.
I had already made a motion.
Huh?
I had already made a motion to go ahead and accept it with the ones that are just there.
What?
I had already made a motion to accept it with the committee's members that are left. So
Yeah, but we have to have an official, right?
Well, I don't know the guidelines for the USDA because
That-
we,
well, that's
so
what he
that's
told
why
me, that we had to have a
when y'all
elected
appointed,
official in there.
when y'all did the committee, I think that was one of the issues that
I want to see that.
Mr.
because-
Guerra mentioned, that we should always have,
I had no problem either way. I
Yeah,
just-
yeah, I want to see
I'm
that.
just
because
saying
I
that-
thought
I've never seen that rule. Where is it?
Cindy,
well, because
have
on
it?
some of them,
I
I
say that
think
it
like
wasn't supposed to be one.
TDA and GLO and,
If it's an agency rule, then we need to follow it, or we're
Right.
not gonna. well, we'll-
I believe we did run into, so obviously since we deal with so many different grants and the different entities, they all have their own regulations and rules and who's supposed to be on the committee. So I think for safeguard, we had, because some were requiring an elected official. So I think when y'all did the committee, we said, okay, let's make sure there's an elected official for those entities that require that as a safeguard. I don't know this particular
no, I don't know.
entity if they do require it though. Which is what USDA you said?
Yes, this is the grant through the USDA.
So it's federal, so I would think their guidelines may be a little stricter, but I don't know for sure.
We just want to make sure that we cross our Ts and dot our Is, so, if it's reviewed later, and a lot of times, as what I've been learning as going through the job here, the questions are asked later, like, did y'all do this? Can we have proof of this? So we just want to make sure that,
Maybe as a safeguard, go ahead and.
Can we
and
approve it
do a
today and then
temporary
we can
official.
come back and amend it? Like with the existing committee?
Well,
I
we
think
want
you
to
need
get
a-
it done, you don't want to have to do a redo.
I think
It's
you
like
would-
Norma says, they don't tell you until after you turn everything in, oh, well, let me see who your committee was composed of. And then it just delays the process. It sounds like the safest course would be to appoint a substitute elected
Temporary.
official.
yes,
Okay,
and
so
I
you may
went
amend
back
the
to when
the
y'all
motion.
did appoint the committee, there was not an alternate.
Okay, I'll go ahead and amend a motion and just redo the,
You're gonna appoint a temporary elected official.
we'll go ahead and
to serve
appoint Mr. Dominguez as the temporary replacement for Mr. J.C. Pettis
There's
as
a
the elected
motion,
official.
second. All in favor indicate
Thank you
by
very
saying aye.
much.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you, Norma. Line item 11. Commissioner Precinct 1, George Aguilar. 11.1, discuss, consider, take action to approve surplus equipment for auction.
The following equipment, commissioners, we have it's pretty old already, so it's been requiring a lot of repairs, and the best thing to do with this equipment is surplus, we don't use it anymore, is to auction it off. And the items are listed on the,
Motion to approve item is presented.
Second. There's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Line item number 12, Commissioner Precinct 4, Lucio Gonzalez. 12.1, discuss, consider, take action on a donation from Charlie Orsby for the library in precinct number 4, Commissioner Lucio Gonzalez.
Yes, Commissioners, this is a donation made by Mr. Hornsby in Fremont for a total of $300. And it's earmarked for the library there in Fremont. I just want to make it aware, make it transparent to the community that that's what it's donated for.
Your motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Line item number 13, payrolls and bills. 13.1, discuss, consider, take action to approve and approve payroll and bills submitted by the county auditors, with the exception of Fund 52, 3, and 4.
Before we approve anything, I'd like to raise a concern again for the inmate transport costs that we've been incurring. So I have a question for our county attorney. Are we, can we decline to pay a certain bill?
More of an auditor question, I think. On what basis?
Well, I'm just saying because, I mean, we've talked about the issue and it just keeps coming along. I know that he was gonna try to make improvements on this, but I mean, what's an extra price? So I would just want to stay on it and make sure that we really do something about it, not just talk about it.
If it's a service that was provided to the county and we accepted the service, we have to pay. We have to pay on it. These are bills for.
Unless we do away with the contract, right?
You can't go backwards and say, we accepted your services and now we don't want to pay you, but you can stop it prospectively going forward. Are you talking about Sunrise?
Yeah. Sunrise Transport, so I do have an issue with that.
How much is the cost?
At the moment, it's $9,050, which I know that there's others pending. They just haven't been brought forward. So, and now we got facilities that are closer. I think we as a county in whole can do better.
I believe there's also a charge for security at a hospital, right?
Not this time around.
I mean, that is a pending one I have on hold right now because I do have questions in regards to how they're billing us. But I do have to discuss it with the sheriff and he's been on a conference, so I'll have to discuss that with him next week.
So I have a question. So when there's somebody in the hospital, the county's paying the bills, is that coming out of general fund or coming out of indigent?
It's coming out of general fund. I need it, that's one of the other discussions I need to speak with the sheriff because I need to get that clarified because they're submitting them to the general. And I'm not sure how it has worked in the past as far as what they submit to indigent, like what qualifies indigent and what doesn't. So that's definitely a discussion that I have next week.
So Mr. Good, so is this, I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but I just want to ask you, is this person that's in the hospital, this inmate, is it what's the word I'm looking for? A high?
I don't know that we have anybody in right now that I think the most recent one was about a, 2 or 3 day stay? 2 day?
Well, are we talking transport or are we talking?
Hospital
In the
stay.
hospital, in the hospital.
Yeah, that's another
I
bill.
know there was one that had a gallbladder issue, so I don't know that hospital stay, it might even be outpatient.
What I was saying, or asking is it an inmate that's in there for murder or is it a high?
I don't know what.
Would you know?
I don't know what this one was in there for, I can look it up. But, once again, we gotta be careful. because
Yeah.
It deals with medical issues. So,
Exactly.
It's a felony charge.
Okay, well then that answers my question. It's enough. It's good enough.
But, even if it's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
If sometimes they'll give us a call and say, you know, this is, you know, lower, you know, you do the risk assessment.
Yeah.
It's a misdemeanor. You know, sometimes we get a call and say, would you possibly consider a PR bond so that we can bond them out, they can go get their medical treatment. And, you know, we just send them a letter to tell them to come to court. Of course, if they don't come to court, then we do an FTA, a failure to appear, and issue a warrant for them.
Thank-
But, in some cases, if it's a felony or, yeah, you really don't have that choice.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's all I had.
So then you'll find out on
I
that?
will, yeah,
Okay.
that's one of the questions I will.
Because I don't know why I was under the impression that it was through indigent, because they wouldn't have, insurance or anything.
That's to pay for the medical services, because
Yeah,
we're on
yeah,
the
yeah.
hook, if they're in custody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, yeah.
That's what I was asking, the medical bill, is it getting paid through indigent, or is it going through
General fund.
general fund?
That, you know, I don't know.
Right, that's what I'm gonna,
Yeah, I'm not sure what the answer to that is, but I don't know if we can pay for security out of.
No, that's not,
Yeah,
that
that's
wasn't,
something-
no, it was the question about, being in the hospital. Thank you.
I'll let you know, or the court know.
Okay.
Once I get answers.
Thank you. Motion to approve, bills is presented.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
All right.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Motion to adjourn.
Can we go back to the open meeting? Can we go back to the open meeting?
Public,
Public.
Yeah, public speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make a comment here. Anybody that drives a vehicle with the county, it has to have correct me if I'm wrong, it has to have logos on it, the decals on it, especially if it's got the exemption plates on it. The emergency management vehicle needs to get those stickers put on there as soon as possible. It's not a discussion item. It's already been 4 months. We need them on there as soon as possible. It's not a discussion item, sir. It's just for purposes. Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Okay, meeting is adjourned.
Second.